Welcome back, students. This video is meant for the demonstration of a new experiment called torsional pendulum experiment. This experiment having the two aims. The first one aim is to find the moment of inertia of a regular body, and upon that we should have to find the rigidity modulus of suspension wire, and it has the many steps. I have to explain one by one. Next is, what is torsional pendulum? I have already given the explanation in the theory class. So, however, I am supposed to be explain once again here. It is the kind of arrangement of rigid body suspended by the wire with rigid support. You can see in this particular figure. So, this is the one kind of a body which is suspended with a certain wire, and it is a rigid support. It is a rigid support. This end is fixed and this end is free, and it has to oscillate by the twisting force. The pendulum oscillates by the torque. Torque means a kind of a force which is applied to a torsional pendulum to oscillate. So torque means it is the twisting moment applied per unit length of the wire, or force into perpendicular distance. It is a twisting force. If you twist the wire in the free hand, and if you release it, it starts to oscillate. That type of oscillations are known as torsional oscillations. So the body suspended by the thread or wire which twists first in one end in one direction, and then it reverses in other direction in the horizontal plane is called torsional pendulum. So this is about the torsional pendulum. Next is, you can see that there is a twisting. So next is, what is rigidity modulus? Rigidity modulus is the one kind of elastic moduli. It defined as the ratio of shearing stress to the shearing strain. You can see that the shearing stress and shearing strain in this particular formula. Shearing stress is force per applied unit area, change in length to the original length, and FL by XA. What the physical significance of rigidity modulus? It always measures the ability of a material wire to bear the twisting force. It is very important. If you have any kind of a cylindrical object, if you twist it, how much twisting force it can be bear, that is decided by the rigidity modulus. Next is, what is shearing strain? Shearing strain is, so if you apply the tangential force, then it shares certain angle by shifting of its different layers. So that is angle of dislocations, that is shearing strain theta is equals to change in length to the original length. You can see that more definitely. If you want more explanation, you can see the video class of elasticity in the elasticity video. Next is shearing stress. Shearing stress is the force applied tangential to the free portion of the object, that means in the free portion of the body, with another part is fixed. Hence tangential force per unit area is known as shearing stress, or shearing stress is also called as tangential stress, that is tangential force per unit area. Next is the operators required. So the operators, you can see in the figures, the operators are circular plate, rectangular plate, and it is called as irregular plate because whose dimension is not supposed to be defined in any formula. Because if you can say it is octagon, so all the angles are not equal, all the sides are not equal, so hence it is an irregular object. So next is the wire which is having the given length. You can see this is the retro stand, and we have the wire, and it is the screw. One screw is here and another screw is here. In between the screw there will be a suspension wire, and whose length is fixed, and the dimensions of the circular plate, rectangular plate, and the length of the wires are given. So no need to find these dimensions. And this is the digital stop clock. It has the two switch. You can see this is the display window. It can display the time, so that will be in terms of seconds. And this is the switch called as toggle switch. It is used for the two purposes. The first purpose is making the digital clock into alt, now it is there in the alt position. If you start, the time starts to count. So at any point of time, if you want to reset the clock, the number which is displayed here, you can press the reset button. It is shown in the red color. So this is reset button, alt, start switch, toggle switch, and this is about the apparatus. Next is the formula which is used for the conduction of this experiment is the moment of inertia of rectangular body, which is supposed to be oscillating at the center of axis, at its center, that is center of axis. Please make a correction, it is not enter, it is center of axis. And the formula is I1 is the moment of inertia of regular object, that is mass of the rectangular plate, mass of the rectangular plate and length of the rectangular plate, breadth of the rectangular plate. If you substitute, we will get the moment of inertia because it is a defined object. Next is moment of inertia of circular object, which is oscillating at the center of its axis. Then the moment of inertia I2 will be the moment of inertia of circular object, that is mass of the circular disc and radius of the circular disc. If you substitute, you will get the value of moment of inertia of circular disc. And similarly, the moment of inertia of irregular object at the center, oscillating at its center of the axis. Then we can take them. I have already told that mass and dimension formula, which is not exist here. So we can take the mean I by t square, I1 by t1 square. I is the moment of inertia of rectangular plate and t1 is the time period of oscillation of the rectangular plate. I2 by t2 square. I2 is the moment of inertia of circular disc and t2 will be the time period of one oscillation of the circular disc, and t3 will be the oscillation period of one oscillation period of irregular object. T1, T2, T3 are the time period of rectangular plate, circular plate and irregular object. And also we can supposed to be calculate rigidity modulus. Rigidity modulus eta is equals to 8 pi L, that L stands for length of the wire, specimen wire, and mean I by t square, that means this is itself is the mean I by t square. So then divided by r to the power of 4. R is the radius of the wire. These are all the formula which is used for to conduct the experiment. Next is the given data. The given data I have already told. The rectangular plate mass and length, breadth they are given. Mass of the circular disc, radius of the circular disc, length of the wire they will be given. So here the length of the wire is given. See, length of the wire, suspended wire is given, and next is, and whose length is, mass is 875 into 10 raised to minus 3 kg. Initially it is given in the grams, we have expression in kg. Length is 16.9 into 10 raised to minus 2 meters. Breadth is about 10 centimeter, and length is 16.9 centimeter. Breadth is 10 centimeter. Okay, breadth is 10 centimeter, and mass of the circular plate is 975 grams, and radius of the circular plate is 6.76 into 10 raised to minus 2 meters. Length of the wire is 13.5 into 10 raised to minus 2 meters. This is all the given data. Next is, you can see the diagram. We can make it arrangement of our experiment will be like this. This is the rigid support. This is the suspension wire. We need to mount the required object at the bottom of the free end, that is rectangular plate and irregular plate and circular disc. These are all the different experimental trials we need to be conduct. Next is, this is the digital stop clock. How can we use this digital stop clock? You can see the demonstration. I have already said this is the digital stop clock. Here this is the alt switch and this is the start switch and this will be the reset button. So the first is we can see that this is start, halt, this is toggle switch. If you start this is a toggle switch, time will starts, it is a reset button. The first is start. Now you can see that there is a time will be counting. So see that 5.5, this is the milliseconds, and we can make it halt by using the same switch. The time will be going to be make into halt. It is not varying, it will be fixed. This is the where it will be halt, that position it will starts, and you can make it into reset by pressing that button. This is about the use of this digital stop clock. Next is the rectangular plate. The dimension will be given here. The dimension is mass, length, breadth are given. So this is rectangular plate and this will be the circular disc. There will be mass and radius, they are given, that is also given. And next is irregular plate. Irregular plate is also, there is no mass, length, breadth. We should have to find its moment of inertia because whose dimensions are not given. So next is first. You can make it an attachment. This is the retro stand. There is a specimen wire at the bottom. You have to make an arrangement. You can see that this is the type of screw you need to attach. First rectangular plate, slowly release it and take the timer and twist, slowly twist. It starts to oscillate. Rest of the oscillation make it to nullify. You can see that the display of timer, and this is the halt switch. You take any one edge as a reference. You can take this edge as a reference. Please make it once again. See that there is supposed to be oscillating freely. This type of oscillation known as torsional oscillations. Take this edge as reference edge. With this reference edge, we can suppose to read the oscillation. We are taking the 10 oscillation as our counting, and respect to time period we should have to find. Twist the wire, slowly release it and hold the wire. It should oscillate only torsional oscillation. And parallelly you take the reference of that particular edge. Once it arrives to maxima, you count that oscillation as 0 and parallelly take the timer on. 1 oscillation, 2, that side, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exactly the time period is counted. I enter this value in the given tabular column. This is the time period of 10 oscillation of the rectangular plate. Likewise, you have to take once again another trial for the same object. 3 trials we need to be take for the same object. Press the reset button for the once again new trial for conduction. Twist, release, hold the wire to nullify the rest of the oscillation. You take that edge as a reference, this edge as a reference. Once it go extreme point and returns back, that oscillation will be 1 oscillation. Okay, this is the type of oscillations, and the time period will need to be counted. Next. Yes, 27.4 second is the time period for the 10 oscillation, time of 10 oscillation for the same object. one more trial you need to take for the same object by resetting the clock. 3 trials for one experiment. Okay, likewise you have to take the, upon completion of the 3 trials, remove the rectangular plate, attach the circular disc. So whose center there is a provision to attachment, so you can attach the circular disc carefully. Don't twist the wire at any point of time. So if you twist the wire, it will break during the oscillations. So carefully make it, resetting the clock. So slowly twist by using the thumb and forefinger, and then release it. It starts to oscillate. Take the arrow as the reference edge, and once it go extreme point and return back, that is one oscillation. Yes, it will be completion of the, upon completion of the 10 oscillations, note down the time periods. So this is for the circular disc. You can take one more trial, 2 more trials for the same object, note down the time period. So I will explain where we need to be note down the time period in the tabular column. So this is how many number of trials we need to be take. 3 trials for the circular disc, 3 trial for rectangular disc, and 3 trial for the circular disc. Next is, so see that one more trial which is going to be taken. So this is, take that edge as a reference, it go in this point and return back. So this is upon completion of the 10 trials, 10 oscillation, this will be the time period for the second trial. Likewise one more trial you need to take for the circular disc. Next is third trial. Upon that you have to release the circular disc. Next mount the fix the irregular object. Similarly we have to measure the time period for 10 oscillation 3 times. 3 trials we need to be conduct for the irregular object. Slowly twist. You take this arrow as a reference. Yes, 1, 2. Parallelly you can see there is a time is going to move. The timer is showing the time. For the 10 oscillations. Exactly. Once you read the oscillation number 10, parallelly you need to halt immediately. 29.8 is the time period for 10 oscillations of the irregular object. You can take one more trial. 3 trials you need to be conduct. Now it starts to oscillate. This edge, you take the edge as a reference. 1. Take the reference edge. So upon the 10 trials, halt. 26.9 is the time period for 10 oscillation. for the irregular object. One more trial, you need to take the upon this we can go for calculation. So see that this is the tabular column for the rectangular plate. By using the mass of the rectangular plate, length of the rectangular plate, breadth of the rectangular plate, you can use the formula and calculate its moment of inertia. This is the calculated moment of inertia of rectangular plate, and this is the time period for 10 oscillation of the rectangular plate. This is the first trial, second trial and third trial. So these are all the time period for 10 oscillation, time for 10 oscillation in second for 3 trials of rectangular plate. Then you can take the mean value of time. So how can we take the mean value? Add these 3 value and upon that divide by 3, we will get the 25.6 is the time period for 10 oscillation. This is the mean time period for 10 oscillation. So next is time period for 1 oscillation. How can we calculate? This is for 10 oscillation. We have to divide this value by 10. We will get a value of T1, that is equal to 2.56 seconds. Okay, this is T1, and upon that this is I1 and this is T. Take I1 by T1 square. This is the value 4.282 into 10 raised to minus 4 meter square per second square. This is the I by T square for rectangular plate. Similarly, for circular disc, use the mass and radius. Calculate moment of inertia of circular disc. Okay, moment of inertia is in terms of kg per meter square. So that is moment of inertia of circular disc is 2.22 into 10 raised to minus 3 kg meter square. And the time period for 10 oscillation, time for the 10 oscillation of circular disc is 22.8, 22.9, 22.6. These are the 3 trials. Take the mean time of the 10 oscillation, that is 22.7. Add 3 divided by 3 will get a value, and then for 1 oscillation time period is 2.27 divided by 10 will get a value 2.27. Then I2 by T2 square. So this is I and this is T. You take I2 by T2 square, will get a value 4.308 into 10 raised to minus 4. Upon this, obtaining this value, you take the mean value of this. That means add this value with this and divided by 2. This is the formula. Add this value and this value divided by 2, will get an answer, that is 4.299 into 10 raised to minus 4. This is the mean I by T square for rectangular and circular disc. Similarly, you take this value as to estimate the rest of the things, that is moment of inertia of irregular object and rigidity modulus. Next is for irregular object. We did not have any formula for moment of inertia. We need to experimentally determine, hence I have left the blank, and only you have to calculate the time of 10 oscillation for the irregular object, that is 27.5, 27.2, 27.3 for the 3 trials. Mean value of 10 oscillation of time, that is 27.2, and time period for 1 oscillation for the irregular object, that is 2.72. This is T3. Okay, next is use the formula. Calculate the moment of inertia of irregular object oscillating it at center. So the mean time period I by T square into T3 square. T3 square is the time period of 1 oscillation of irregular object. The answer, if you substitute those value T3 square and multiply, so we will get an answer, that is 3.18 into 10 raised to minus 3 kg meter square. So this will be the answer. Next is rigidity modulus. This is the formula for the estimation of rigidity modulus. 8 into pi into L. L is length of the wire, pi is 3.142. Mean I by T square. Mean I by T square is exist in the tabular column, last column of the tabular column, and R is the radius of the material wire. So radius of the material wire. Then if you substitute and calculate, we will get the value of rigidity modulus is 36.45 Newton per meter square, and upon this you can write the result of the experiment. So this is a very simple experiment. The difficulty you can find in counting the time period. You take any one edge as a reference, and for each oscillations you have to count exactly the time period and synchronize the clock with your counting of oscillations. This is the limitations. Okay, if you follow this instruction you will get a fine answer. So the obtained value is the moment of inertia and rigidity modulus of given material wire. We have given the brass wire in our experiment. Thank you very much. I hope it will be helpful for you people to preparation for the external examination, and I will upload the rest of the experiment in the next video. Thank you very much.